while. We are hopping right back in it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, immediately back into it. South Alabama versus Auburn University, game number 2. But that means that I got to reset. I was so busy talking to people that I didn't even get around to resetting my graphics. Let me go ahead and do that now. This game is going to be a bit more interesting as well because we've got ourselves Auburn University on the blue side. So they get to pick which champion they want as first pick. So these bans are going to be far more crucial.
And it's tough because you have, for Southern Alabama, all 3 of their bans were targeted towards these players. So what do they drop, right? You have Dirty Mobs, who has an exponentially large amount of games on a single champion, being Alawi. And they also took away the Nami and Nunu last time. Did they drop the Nami? Did they drop the Nunu? Be curious to see what they do here. No, they stick with the Nunu. So they're not changing anything up in the ban phase so far. I wonder if they'll opt for the Nami again, third ban, or say, you know what? We're okay with Nami. Let's not deal with that Hecarim again.
Yeah, this is really, really interesting.
Same 3 bans.
Yeah, Auburn University, when you ain't broke, don't fix it. Just play it smooth. Now, something that you can do is we do see the Hecarim ban. If you know what the other team is going to be comfortably picking because they did well with it in game number 1, they are also on red side. They could predictably counter pick it. So they could say, you know what, we think you're going to go with the Pike. That's probably going to be your first pick. So let's go ahead and play something as a counter to Pike that we know we can. Now, that'll depend on what they decide to do with it, as it looks like Bronze Ice has switched over to the bottom lane supportive role, and Image in the top side now. I don't know if this is a roster swap.
Yeah.
This might be a roster swap. This might be that they just didn't fix things, but I feel like that's a roster swap. I feel like they said, you know what, our support in our top lane had a really bad game. Let's switch it around and see if we can do something better with it.
Just looking at the player kits, I believe UA Mag is actually even a jungler and top laner. I suspect we're going to see a Renekton come in, based off of some quick little scouting. We'll see what happens. Looks like Auburn opting for that Lucian early on again. Southern Alabama responding by taking away the Braum, saying we do not want to deal with a Lucian Braum. At least them getting locked in for Rain Lover. A little more damagey, a little more early game. Might be a better pick for Rain Lover, who likes to play so aggressive. So I think that I'll be curious to see what sort of path he takes. Poppy being locked in to negate the Lee Sin jumps. Smart pick, but I wonder where they'll take it. It's a flex pick. Could go on the top, could go in the jungle. Curious to see what they do with it.
Most likely for the top lane. She's one of those champions that can get insanely tanky if she's got a bunch of gold. And, of course, top lane a little bit steadier at gold income across the game rather than jungle. We were trying to make a little bit more of those plays. And there's the Renekton, like you said. Comfort pick for Mage in that top side. Curious about this Lee Sin as well. Will that give Rain Lover an opportunity to make a little bit more plays, as that last game Sejuani seemed to be slow everywhere across the map?
Yeah, now here's the thing though. For Renekton into Poppy, right? Poppy being the character that can negate dashes, I'm wondering if they're expecting Poppy to go into the jungle, or if UA Mag said, you know what, honestly, even if it's Poppy top, I don't care. I'll play Renekton into it.
Sometimes you take comfort even into a matchup that on paper you should lose, or at least have a struggling time with it.
Sure.
Lysandra going to be banned away by South Alabama as well. So they have changed up a couple of their bans to try to focus a little bit more on what Auburn University picked last game.
All bans I agree with. So I don't know about the Nunu, but I agree fully with dropping the Nami for the Hecarim. And I agree fully with, I don't recall what the last 2 bans were, but I agree with taking away the Lysandra. I think they banned away Ari last time as well. So they're sticking with the Ari, saying, you know what, let's not give him his comfort champion. I wouldn't be surprised to see a Kassadin or LeBlanc come out this from blue side. They banned away the Zoe, so we might see a Kassadin come in from Auburn University here. I think Southern Alabama will lock in their AD carry here and opt to last pick their mid laner, most likely. Maybe he wants the Ezreal again.
whether it's going to be the Sivir or not. Ooh.
No way. No.
Is he trolling? It's the lock-in Callista. Okay. So what I was interested in seeing last game, Auburn University banned out the Sivir Morgana. They had dealt with it before. They wanted to just take it away regardless of whether or not the other team was mainly playing those champions. This time they felt a little bit better. They've got themselves the Lucian Thresh early, and so they don't ban those champions out. And the side of South Alabama had already locked in their support, being that Braum. South Alabama played the Ahri last game. Once again, wanted to keep it out of Alex's hands. They're going to ban it this time around. And he's going to grab Vladimir for himself as a... Ooh, hold on. There it is. A cannon for the top lane. That's a Poppy in the jungle. All right. This is getting really, really interesting.
Did I call it or did I call it? All right. As we see the mid lane being left for Southern Alabama. Now into a Vladimir. Cassiopeia would be an interesting choice. Does get locked in. Now, quick note on the Vlad. Oh, actually, would you like to go over the roster first before we get into the analyzation?
Yeah, I think they've already switched themselves into the correct role. Well, actually, Vladimir is still the carry Vladimir bottom lane. Lucian jungle, obviously. Genius
they do
plays
that.
Here. Go ahead.
Quick pick on the Vladimir. They picked Vladimir when Southern Alabama already locked in the Braum. And what's interesting about that is that when the game goes on, a lot of Vladimir's damage is around his E. And Braum is actually able to negate that by just putting a shield up. He can actually block that in the team fights, negating quite a bit of that damage. So I'm actually pretty surprised. Maybe he's expecting to either outplay it or maybe expecting be able to play around it. But it's an interesting pickup for him. So anyways, that being said,
we'll see whether or not he's able to play it to its full potential for game number 2. Auburn University already up 1 game. You got, once again, Dirty Mobs playing the Kennen. This time in the top side, Joe Halo with a Poppy in the jungle. Alex R2226 with the Vladimir in the mid lane. UNSC Spartan 029. This is Spartan with Lucian 80 carry and reset ranked please on a slightly different hook champion of the Thresh in the supportive role.
And for the side of Southern Alabama, we have UA Mag with the role swap under the Renekton top, Rain Lover with the Lee Sin jungle, HMO3 with Cassiopeia's mid lane, Nutrinks with the Callista 80 carry, some spicy stuff, and Bronze Ice 3 with the role swap onto the Braum support.
All right, well, excited to see how this game plays out. As has been discussed in chat by a lot of people, Reeves, Nova, as well as Doc Shock are all discussing the Conqueror possibilities from the side of South Alabama. Callista, Cassiopeia, even Renekton, all great champions to spam out those abilities and get that burst damage as well as those extra heals. The question is whether Auburn University especially, we saw such great things out of Joe Halo in the jungle last game on that super speedy Hecarim. This time on the Poppy, I think he's going to be a little bit slower and may be a bit steadier as the game progresses, which means they have to rely on their lanes once again doing well.
Yeah, this time you will be able to see his legs. The model of Poppy will not break.
Hold on, she's so short and so wide with her huge hammer and big shield. I don't know that you can actually see Poppy's legs. I mean, think about it. How many times in League of Legends have you gone, oh, look, there's Poppy's legs? Just saying.
We're going to check. You know what? Just for this game, we're going to look for those Poppy feet.
All right, early game, we'll zoom in.
Yordles shall not be discriminated against.
We want to see Poppy's feet. Riot, this is the content that we demand. All right, for South Alabama, they've got insane damage. Once again, running one single frontliner, that Braum this time around. He's going to have to be mega tank for his team. Renekton, a little bit of an off tank. The rest of the team, straight damage. Callista, Cassiopeia, Lee Sin, not good bursting champions. Lee Sin, Renekton, a little bit better at it, but really it's the sustain, the 5v5, the lengthy team fight, the Callista's stacking spears and Cassiopeia's Twin Fangs will slowly but surely, or quickly and surely, wreck the enemy team's health. So it's going to be on Auburn University to play a little bit safer when it comes to those 5v5s.
Yeah, I think opposite to what we saw last game, I really like the draft that Southern Alabama went for this game. They look so much more intimidating than the last time. And actually, Auburn University, to me, is slacking a little bit in composition this time. They have a lot of late game hardcore 1v9 style damage coming on onto the Kennen and Vladimir. However, for Southern Alabama, having that Renekton, who's just a lane bully, having that Cassiopeia and Callista, another point to make for Southern Alabama is their epic objective clear time is ridiculous. With the Callista and Cassiopeia, they will melt dragons, they will melt barons. They can look for 20-minute baron if they're in position to do so. I really, really, really think Southern Alabama this time around has the kit they need to make the comeback from game 1.
And maybe turn it into a reverse sweep. The sweep's not quite as exciting when it's only 2 games, but hey, whether it's 1 or whether it's 3 games or 2 games, getting a reverse sweep always feels good. This is their opportunity, their one opportunity to make that happen. Because if the side of Auburn University win, that's it. They move up in the standings and progress on forward and make up for their 0-2 last Saturday. The side of South Alabama, they struggled a lot in game number 1. Really, only their mid laner kind of stood out as a potential shining light for the team. And even then, still went down to the tidal wave that was Auburn University's pressure. We'll see if this time they can maybe shine a little bit brighter.
Yep. I know in chat we had a couple people asking about the Conquer, but we do only see it on the 80 carries. I'm curious to see if 80 carries will all start to move towards this Conqueror instead of things like Lethal Tempo or Press Attack or something.
When you're attacking a whole bunch, dropping a bunch of autos, I could see like Tristana. She's got that Q speed boost that she can pop off a couple of quick auto attacks, especially with that grenade. That would be some pretty good burst damage.
It's actually pretty funny when you think about it, because the way the new Conqueror works, it's almost similar to how the passive of the previous IE worked, where crits, partial damage of crits dealt true damage. So 80 carries must now be going, you know what, we'll take the old IE and the old IE.
Double IEs.
Double IEs. Getting
All right.
the true damage on the autos as well as the crit.
So let's talk about this Kennen for the side of Auburn University. One of those champions that has been showing up more and more. Team fight presence is insane. His not only CC, but damage can be crazy when he finds the right engage. And truth be told, where we talked about South Alabama's 5v5 and their ability to group and make some nice overall lengthy engages and come out on top, if Kennen finds a really good flash ultimate and stuns up the enemy team, locks them in with those lightning strikes, it could be a team fight changer for the side of Auburn University.
And we can't pretend like as though rank differences don't exist. You have Dirty Mobs here, who is ranked the 95th player in NA. His challenger with 403 LP. UA Mag will have his work cut out for him, but if he wins, boy does he have bragging rights.
It's gonna be a feels good for sure. If not, it's still not the end of the day. We'll keep our eyes out for positive things coming out from the side of South Alabama this game, as we do have noted from the chat the matching skins in the bottom lane, Thresh and Lucian, both taking those high noon skins. Going to be pretty, as South Alabama going to group as 5 towards this Pixel Brush. They got in here first.
Did you have Braum?
Right, one of the classic invade champions that once you land his passive, you can stack up some nice stuns. They're going to step forward, catch sight of the Poppy. Now they know that all 5 of those members are there. At least a handful of them are. They're going to stick around, though. Interesting.
Yeah, I like to see them commit. Yep, get the vision down before they back off. This is what I like to see out of invade. Just because you get spotted out doesn't mean you retreat. Get in there, get the vision down, get knowledge of where the enemy jungler is starting. We can't forget that last game, Southern Alabama got cheesed by the Tri-Bush, dropping Ezreal to 50% HP because Hecarim started Raptors.
This time around, they make the wise choice of coming through that more middle area rather than going through the Tri-Bush themselves and risking the same kind of play that they made in reverse. So they are going to just back away, start their respective lanes with that little extra vision. And they know now that Poppy is going to be starting on the blue side because she is not on that red buff. So good early game vision, nothing too much invested, and things starting off a little bit steady.
And that ward is so crucial. Knowing that Poppy's starting on the top side of the map again lets your jungler change up his pathing appropriately. They might opt for vertical jungle, but it looks like Poppy's going to go from buff to buff this game. Lee Sin will go from buff to Gromp down to the Scuttle, and may even opt to go through mid lane for the top side Scuttle, as you see a lot of junglers do now. All lanes just sort of harassing each other at the moment.
Yeah, it's a standard, start to the game. You're kind of testing your opponent. Last game, they got a bit of a better feel for where you stand. What you want is to kind of get a good feel for, are they the type to play aggressively, or the type to play a little bit more passively. This time around, they can make use of that, as the mage does drop a little bit, and it is that lane swap between the two. Rain Lover finding an aggressive play on a Poppy, finds first blood as well, catches her out at the red buff. So he did that vertical start as you were talking about, and immediately, doesn't even go to his own red, just catches Poppy out, seals away the red buff, chases her in, and picks up first blood. South Alabama striking first.
Great play by Rain Lover, too. I don't think he expected to find Poppy there. I think he was expecting vertical jungle to occur. But because it's Lee Sin, who has such a powerful early game against Poppy, who arguably does not have as strong of an early game. And what's great is because of this, Rain Lover can double scuttle Poppy this game.
He is going to be helping HMO push pretty heavily in this mid lane. Oh, he's going to go in onto Vladimir, forces the flash out. He's in trouble with the shield, and the heal. I don't think it's going to be enough. The last turret shot comes through. Rain Lover drops. Oh my gosh, and Vladimir gets the kill credit.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you about that one. I got nothing.
Analysts, pull out your notepads and start taking notes, because that was an interesting play out of Rain Lover. Could have double scuttled the Poppy, instead tries to make the aggressive play onto Vladimir. Chases through a flash. He flashed himself.
All right. Well, let's assume he had some backup plan in place. Either way, I'd like to see him just take the red buff. He could look to pressure for Scuttle, but unfortunately, Kennen has Prio or Renekton right now, so I think going for red immediately is the right choice to make. Reset rank, looking for the dead sense, doesn't quite connect though.
I don't know if greed is enough to explain that. I honestly am not sure if greed is enough to explain what happened there. But Poppy able to finally secure one of her other camps. Comes to the top side, finds Lee Sin, level 4 going in. Nice knockback from Poppy, level 3. However, she gets the stun onto the Renekton, trying to find the kill. Dirty Mobs comes out with the victory. The kill is going to be traded 1-for-1 as Poppy goes down. Rain Lover misses the Sonic Wave. He's got red buff though, so can Warren hop and chase down Dirty Mobs. Pick up a second kill for himself. Vladimir follows up, but nothing else going to go down. It's a nice flag. It drops Grom low. Bronze Ice doing the best that he can, but struggling in his bottom lane.
Okay, so Rain Lover is now 3-0. Oh, Ray said rank. Find some play.
Oh, the play. And the hook lands on Brom. Sacrifice your ADC to live. That's what I like to see out of your ADCs.
Can I get a baited from that one? Nutrix dodging.
Oh, wait, Renekton teleports to the bottom side. He's going to chase in, so we'll see if he can make anything happen. The stun not going to land yet, and Poppy's coming in from the jungle as well. Thresh trying to reset, but he's got no mana. There's no opportunity for any hooks, so a teleport wasted just kind of pushes Auburn University out when they were already planning on leaving.
Right, so, as I was saying, Rain Lover is now 3-1. If he goes for the percentage plays instead of just running into them, as he's probably going to do right here.
Oh, he's going to run forward aggressively, get a couple auto attacks down with the red buff. Lee Sin ult kicks the cannon backwards. He's going to go anyway, and he finds the execution kill. Still drops to the minions, but make it a 4-2 Lee Sin.
We'll see, but the thing about that, though, is that's not in favor of him, because he gave away the shutdown to the Kennen. So now you have a 2-2 Kennen against an 0-1 Kennen, who already has a 15 CS lead. So all of a sudden, this lane became a lot harder for UA Mag, who already had the odds stacked against him. So unfortunately, Lee Sin's ahead. I'd like to see him try and come back top maybe and reset that a little bit. So hopefully I'll be able to, hopefully nothing happens this time. So Rain Lover is 4-2. He has the tools he needs to do to Johalo what Johalo did to him last game, right? Just completely take over the game. But what I want to see him do is safer plays, more percentage plays, not go for greed or craziness, and instead opt for plays that help secure victory for his team, as Bronze Eyes looking for the roam from the bot lane. Forces the pull out of Vladimir. They are not able to get the stun off. Poppy also hovering in the area. They can look to get an early dragon as well. Go ahead, sorry.
Nope, you're fine. Dirty Mobs, a little bit of a CS lead up on this Renekton. Has hit level 6. Renekton's still level 5, so might look for an ultimate play up there as it is coming available in a second. Drake started up by South Alabama. Lee Sin and Braum should be able to duo with this one out. Thresh may be taking note of them grabbing it, though. Yeah, he saw it with the lantern, but wasn't able to make anything.
Did I call it or did I call it? Smartest on point with these calls today.
That's why you're the smartest. Haha. Oh, wait. Level 6 Renekton goes in, but it's level 7 on the Kennen. So he's going to get a lot of poke back as Renekton unwilling to drop the ultimate just yet.
Yeah, I don't think UMAG was able to. Oh no, the plane not quite hitting a mark on that one. Rain Lover and Bronze Ice not able to get over the walls. Look for the dive in the bot lane.
Lee Sin doesn't care. He's gonna go straight in, trying to make the play. Knocks Lucian backwards, flashes away from the turret, but he's hooked by Reset and goes down. And now Spartan's culling is gonna be wasted. Reset rank still gonna flash forward to get the play down. The Braum, unbreakable, trying to CC Lucian as much as possible and stop his auto attacks coming through, but the Callista still gets dropped. Braum running away is able to get out for the moment. Dirty Mobs from the top side, gonna drop that ultimate onto Renekton, stun him up. He may be big, he may be a scary crocodile, but he can't chase Kennen down once he's been CC'd.
I think that in that bot lane fight, if Nutrinks focused the Lucian, focused Spartan there, they could have made a better play out of that as Bronze had a stack off on Spartan for the stun. But unfortunately, they were never able to proc all 3 stacks of it. A couple plates go down too, and plates are so valuable. Still in the current meta, waiting for them to nerf those plates just a little bit. Maybe drop the gold down a little bit. Don't know if they will. Renekton finding himself a plate, hoping to even up the gold a little bit, is unfortunately still down roughly 500 gold on the Kennen due to those 2 kills. Kennen now coming in with a completed proto belt.
Oh, he's using it, trying to make the play onto Mag. However, Renekton able to get out. Not too much difficulty. I did want to comment briefly. Look at the vision that South Alabama has secured around the bottom side. Direct. Not only did they get that ocean earlier, but they've got double controls and a bunch of wards as well, as Nutrinks doing a nice job of allowing the camera to pan over these wards that I was just talking about. And this is a different team than we saw last game. They are down a hair in gold, but they're playing with a bit more confidence. They're actually trying to make plays, and really a lot of that is on Rain Lover, who has been doing his best to get his team in a leading position.
Yeah, now I mean the one thing is you see, like, just look at the CS difference on Joe Halo and Rain Lover this game. 74 versus 32. He has over double the CS. So it is definitely his game to take at the moment. I'd like to see him come for an early rip.
Oh, comes in the mid lane, gets the pool out of Alex R. Cassiopeia is not even here, so I don't know if he was necessarily going in for a kill as much as just to burn a little bit of Vladimir and get him off of that minion. Wave Glacial Fissure dropped in the bottom lane, but nice relentless pursuit from the Lucian. Gonna keep himself safe until he gets knocked up by the ultimate from the Kalista. He's gonna be going down. Nutrinks drops to the turret. The Thresh steals away with an auto attack. That backhanded whip lands a nice death sentence, securing another kill for Poppy, who is able to get her first of the game onto that Braum. So again, Auburn University responding well to the play at the bottom side. Rain Lover coming up top. Nice kick back on the Kennen as well. The Sonic Wave resonating strike. The Kennen goes golden, but I don't think that's going to save him. And he's going to drop to UMH, picking that one up in the top side.
Good response from Rain Lover. They're saying, you know what, a play just happened to the bot side. I know the jungler's not up here. We can look for a play here. I'd like to see them look for Rift here instead of greed for more tower plates. Though I suspect they'll look to clear this next wave and probably look for another plate. Yep.
Well, it's going to be a little bit of a turret rush, as in the bottom lane, they've actually let go of that first tier turret. They're not going to get first turret this game, as in the top side, UMA trying to do what he can. The TP at the moment from the Kennen. However, the bottom side, Nutrinks going to fall. Renekton drops on the top side, because fights are on both sides of the map. Thresh picks himself up a 4th kill this game. Rain Lover doing what he can, trying to make a play. He sacrifices his own life to drop the Kennen, but making the caster eat his own words. These 3 members from Auburn University pushing in the bottom side should secure the first turret of the game once again for themselves.
Yeah, and so what I just said about having top lane, Rain Lover looking to put the pressure top side as we saw Joe Halo on the bot side. Joe Halo did the exact same thing, saying, "Oh wait, Rain Lover, you're still top lane? Cool, I'll just go right back to bot lane. I'll secure this and look to set up the next dragon." Though neither team looking to make a play for this dragon spawning 12 minutes in will be a mountain, and mountains are pretty crucial for Southern Alabama in this game, having the Cassiopeia and Callista composition. And it looks like Nutrinx is going to opt in for a Bork first instead of an item such as a Runons that Callistas like to rush. However, we see all 5 members stacking towards this bot side. They know they want this Mountain Drake. They have the composition for objectives. HMO3 poking Alex R down. This is good. This is good. They've harassed Alex R quite a bit.
Out of the mid lane. Now keep in mind this carry Thresh 4-0 and 3. Gonna be the backpack for the team. Just kidding. Mountain Drake hasn't started lots of spears from Callista. Thresh gonna hook in. He doesn't take it though. Poppy ultimate gonna be tossed in. Renekton able to secure the Drake. And my screen actually froze for a half second. There we go. As we catch it back up. I'm gonna count the seconds very quickly. 13:05, 13:06, 13:07. Can't talk about that because the flash force out from the Thresh. She lands the hook onto the Braum. The Unbreakable gonna need to come out. Vocational Fissure can't stop the enemy team from dropping him. Bronzesight's gonna fall one more time as the team is able to secure Mountain Drake but lose one. And now the pressure from Auburn University is they've got 4 members in this mid lane.
And you see just how well Auburn is responding to the pressure that Southern put in early game. Lee Sin Rain Lover going from 3-1 to now 5-4. Struggling to make an impact despite the early lead. Kennen coming out 4-4 despite having the heavy pressure on him in the top lane. Most likely looking to pressure in the turret top side. Rain Lover diving right in.
Oh, he's having fun. Knocked back by the Flay. Flashes, kicks the Vladimir into waiting arms of his team, but he's only going to pool to get out. Miasma locks him up, though, so Rain Lover's going to go in, secure one. They're going to turn and burn onto the Thresh, pick up that shutdown gold to the Cassiopeia. Perfect up there as Dirty Mobs to the top side, trying to get CC'd by the Braum. Might be able to do it. Needs just another auto attack to take him down. He's going to have that Q up in just a moment. Can he get it in time? This spear, no wait, the lightning rush gets him out, and now he's gonna turn with the minions. So he's going underneath the turret. The Q's gonna miss. Woo! Playing on a razor's edge to the top side. Still though, Auburn University overall good plays, 14 kills to 9, 1,000 gold lead, but a vastly different game from last game. Rain Lover actually coming from behind, trying to catch the cannon, but he's already. Wait, no, he stopped the recall. He canceled it. He's trying to get the stun. Oh, yep, there's it is. Just drops, what is that? Tempest, Cripple. Yep, that's all it was needed.
Dirty Mob's canceling his own back. I think he was safe. But I think maybe he was scared he was sitting on a ward. And maybe that's why he recalled. That's the only thing I can assume. The rest with a little bit of a lantern bait.
Trying to get the maybe Poppy in position. She can run around the top side though. Pulls the Lee Sin backwards, but no one there to respond with full damage yet until Lucian shows up. Culling gonna pick up one. It's just out of range to grab the Lee Sin as well. It's a bloody fest up here on the top side, but that's gonna allow Auburn University to rotate towards the Rift Herald. If that's the target of their choosing. They got 4 members of South Alabama here to defend the top lane turret. Thresh hooking the Renekton, gonna start things off. And then immediately call them off as they have no mini-wave push underneath this turret, and Johalos dropped to a quarter health.
UA Mag choosing to not block the culling there. Look, I'm on the bronze ice. Oh, Dead Sense connects.
Oh, the hook lands onto the Cassiopeia. Yeah, I'm about 2 seconds, maybe 1 second behind you. Not much, though. Is HMO going to chase forward, get a little bit of damage onto... Ooh, throws down the ultimate as well. Flashes away for the Poppy Sun. She's going to start her own ultimate, knock Cassiopeia out of the fight. She is gone as Lee Sin. Rain coming in from the back side. Renekton trying to dive in. Lee Sin able to secure one with an ice kick. Going to go off the Thresh as well. Glacier Pusher doesn't land on anyone, but it's the slows they care about and the stun. He goes golden on the Vladimir, but Alex are still going to drop Nutrinx, picking that one up, and now putting the gold advantage to South Alabama. They're in the lead. They are looking to tie up these games.
For the first time in this set, they have the gold lead. This is wonderful. That being said, I am at 33, 34, 35. Where is my co-caster? 30, 40, 41,
oh.
42.
40,
oh,
41,
that's what you're saying.
42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 40, 48, 49, 50, 51.
Perfect. We are now in sync.
Good enough. Good enough. I was like, I don't know why you're counting when I'm the one who's actually streaming the games. Let's see if we compare you with me. And apparently, I'm overtaxing my computer just a hair, which is why it's slowing down. But Rift Herald started up in South Alabama. The members of Auburn University alive, but uninterested in responding. They're going to rotate towards this Drake, which has 45 seconds on it. It's a win Drake, though. Not exactly the best play, but maybe they weren't willing to fight for the Rift Herald.
Yeah, I mean, things are looking good for Southern Alabama right now. They have Rift in their pocket. They're finally up a little bit of gold. They were able to get a couple kills onto their Callista.
Whoa, the engage. The Thresh hook only lands onto a minion. Not the target you want.
Yeah, I mean, all in all, at this point, they just need to look for safe. Like, they have tools they need in their kit to take over this game. Kennen being the big threat that they have right now, but Kennen doesn't have Zhonya's completed, which is a huge window for Southern Alabama. This Dead Sense doesn't quite hit the mark. The dragon is now spawned.
Yeah, Reset Ranked having a much harder time this game on the Thresh than he had last game with the Pike. He's still picking up those kills, though, and again, not exactly what you want. It's great when you're a Pike, not great when you're a Thresh. There's the engage. Facial Fissure used by the Braum, setting things up. Kennen's coming in for the backside, though. He's found a massive number of stuns. Dirty Mob is wiping up the enemy teams. The Callista gonna fall as well. Lee's the only one left alive. Rain Lover, can you do anything except stand in Vladimir's pool? Goes golden for just a moment, but it's still gonna be an ace, and Kennen shuts him down, setting Auburn University massive in the lead.
And what did I say? That Kennen. 5 and 5 Kennen was massive. Found the perfect way to just wrap around the mid gauge. I don't know how Southern Alabama did not see him looking for the flank there, but what a play by Dirty Mobs there. What a play. Single-handedly carrying that team fight. Ulting in, stunning 4 of the members of Southern Alabama there. Coming in huge. And now having the Zhonya's finished. Finding a great TP. It was a phenomenal TP play.
And that is those Kennen plays that you do need to make as we get into a slightly calmer point. Both teams resetting. Once again, 1,000 gold lead has switched hands in Auburn University's favor. We got to check in very quickly with Poppy and see how much vision of her feet do we get. Depending on her angle, we get a little bit. They're there.
We can definitely see her feet.
They're there. It's not like a Lysandra that's all hidden in rocks. They're around, but not exactly the easiest to spot when you got a little bit of a zoom out.
But at least, see, when she's running, you can see her legs. Hecarim with Mobies and Predator starts bugging out.
He's a glitch. He's just straight up a ghost. He just hops from one side of the screen to the other side, and 2 people die somewhere along the way. There's
his legs turn into Roadrunner legs.
In the
from base too, yeah. Yep. Maybe the timer was running out? I'm not sure. I don't think timer should have been running out.
Maybe they're trying... They're looking for pressure from the Rift Herald on the bottom side so that they can pressure around the Baron. Look at the positioning from South Alabama. They've got 4 members now as Cassiopeia is going to join them around the Baron. They're fighting for vision. They've got a control ward as well. They just popped that scrying plant, so they're going to clear the rest of those out. And Kennen has to respond to this bottom lane and clean up Shelly without TP. So that means it's time to turn onto the Baron. It's going to be a 4v5 until Kennen joins. They just lost a fight around the Drake. If Kennen rejoins, he's got his ultimate available inside the Baron pit. This could be nasty.
They need to burn this.
Down under 3,000 health. Crash around the corner. The Poppy knocks away 1. And Poppy steals the Baron! Are you kidding me? And now they're making the rest of the play. U-Mage gonna be hooked up. Renekton gonna be dropped. Nuatrix trying to get to the blasting code is saved by the Braum, who hits it for her. Gonna knock Kennen away. So 3 members of South Alabama live. But Poppy has stolen away that one hope that South Alabama had of an easy way of getting back into the game.
So Poppy ulted Nutrings out of Baron, and I cannot tell you why HM03 was not hitting Baron there. Cassiopeia is just as important as Callista in burning Baron. I think if they communicated and had all 5 members wailing on Baron there, it would have been gone before they had time to react.
Oh, Dirty Mobs. Nice stun onto the Lee Sin. The TP coming in from the Vladimir. A little bit of a Zanya. There's just a broken stopwatch from Dirty Mobs. Still goes down because Mag has showed up as well. Can they 2v1 the Vladimir? Alex are getting some nice damage down with that Baron buff. Hex Tech Protobelts forward. Lots of damage. The shield not going to keep Renekton alive. His stun holds the Vladimir in place for a moment, but he still goes down. Given a nice 1-for-1 trade up there in the top side as 3 members of South Alabama are going to be pushing through the mid. Lee Sin left to his own devices, tries to make a play onto Vladimir. He's stuck inside the pool. Poppy shows up, says, hey, yo, you won the early game, but it's late game, baby, and I'm going to take you down.
Yeah, soon you're going to see Vlad start approaching that 1v9 factor point. Also, Kennen has disgusting damage late game as well. Renekton, unfortunately, being one of those champions that fall off. Also, I really, really would have liked to see Renekton look for the Spear of Shojin, as that right now is a crucial item on Renekton. Instead, he's opting to build his Steer Axe after the Black Cleaver.
Still going for that bruiser route, trying to bring damage, but when again, you're this far, well, not great, originally, you weren't that far behind, but you're getting pretty far now, about 6,000 gold behind, and you have only the Braum. He is literally sitting on a Knight's Vow as his one and only item, hasn't even completed, I think, his supportive item. Is that? Yeah, that's the Celestial Eye, that's not the Relic Shield yet. So they don't have a tank. Sorry, South Alabama, you're out of tanks.
Yeah, unfortunately, Braum only finding 807 gold off of his Celestial Eye. Thresh, on the other hand, finding 1,400 gold.
Oh, look at the positioning from Auburn University. Cannon around the corner, goes in, drops the ulti, the flash force out from Callisto. She's still stunned up, but alive for now. Rain Lover as well to the backside. The calling used by Lucian, dropping members low. The GA pop on the Lee Sin. HMO flashing the wall to stay alive. Callisto gets dropped by Lucian, who chases her down. Rain Lover's got nowhere to go. He's going to fall as well. 2 clean kills from Auburn University. They can turn onto the Baron or push through mid.
I think that Southern Alabama's panicking a little bit at this point because HMO3 could have given Lee Sin a jump over the wall there as well. I think they're struggling to find themselves right now. They need to sort of reset, say, okay, yes, we had a lead. What happened? Let's stop going for crazy plays and just go for damage control right now.
Oh, they're making the plays underneath the turret. UMage, even with that ultimate, may not be able to get out alive. Drops to the Vladimir. Cassiopeia has picked up Poppy in the meantime, though. Still, the Baron secured by the Lucian, who soloed it down. Braum gonna fall. Double kill to the Vladimir. Alex R is just becoming untouchable at this point in the game. Clean up the mid-tier turret. Moving on to the inhibitor as well. Let's see what Rain Lover can do. Sonic Wave misses, and that says maybe we have to wait before re-engaging. Thresh still wants to take out the inhibitor, but the teams will back away.
I do feel bad for Southern Alabama. They had the lead. They had the opportunity. It looked...
Ward Hop keeps Rain Lover alive for the moment. Dirty Mobs is still going in. Sonic Wave gonna miss. The death sentence from Thresh will land, and Rain Lover goes down one more time as Dirty Mobs will pick up his 9th kill of the game. This Cannon is just unstoppable. Thresh continuing to make plays. Sets up Cannon for Thresh to pick up. Ooh, double ultimate from Cassiopeia. Petrified secures 1. They're gonna try to turn on to the Thresh as well. They grab a second one. Renekton picks that up. Unbreakable absorbs all of the calling from the Lucian. Can they continue the play? He hops through the wall through the pursuit. Bronzy trying to do what he can. Bronze Ice, but he still goes down as Renekton is dropped in the meantime. Lucian's damage is just too insane as he is 9-1-10 this game.
UMag electing to stand in front of the Braum shield, heating the entire calling there. Very unfortunate as it costed him his right there. And what's interesting is we talked about the calling and how it interacts with Conquer. So you saw just how much damage Spartan was putting down there.
Oh, Lee Sin still goes in anyway. Let's see if he can make the kick onto the Poppy. He's probably going to go down. Alex R goes unstoppable. And this is really what you want to see out of a team doing well, is having the kills on the carries. The Lucian, the Vladimir, the Cannon are the ones that are up. The tank Poppy got no kills because she doesn't need them. Cassiopeia trying to make a play. The flash force out from Poppy is Bronze Ice trying to step forward. Lands a Q onto the Lucian. It's the one chance they have to pick something up. But Cannon to the backside one more time. Who's going to take out the Braum? Renekton in the middle of the entire enemy team drops. Make it an ace as Auburn University just roll right over South Alabama.
That was 4v5. They're trolling. They're actually trolling.
And Spartan is just crushing every time these fights start. He says, you know what, I'm not even sweating it. Rain Lover having a little bit of fun with some words is still going to get played backwards, may even get hooked up by the Thresh. Can they pad the stats a little bit more for themselves? Ladies and gentlemen, Auburn University cleaned house game 1. A little bit of a tougher fight for game number 2, but they will secure their victory in this best of 3.
I mean, that being said, though, Auburn was just playing this game they're as a whole, game 1 and 2, they were playing it so very well coordinated. They knew what they wanted to do, and they were able to execute off of it. I assume communication was probably very, very good on their side as well. I don't know quite. It wasn't evident from gameplay who was doing the shot calling, but you saw some wonderful TPs coming down from Dirty Mobs. All in all, it was just a very clean. Well, it wasn't clean, but it was cleanly executed. There were definitely slip-ups here and there on the side of Auburn University, but they managed to find the 2-0 at the end of the day. And they will move up the ladder.
Indeed.
Soon, none will question us.
Give me 1 second. There we go. Thank you so much to Dirty Mobs for that follow. Appreciate that. Guys, we're going to be running a couple of, at least one, maybe more. It's only 11:40 for my time, Eastern Standard Time. We might even get